That color on you looks great.
Oh, thank you.
Did you pick your own dress?
Yes, I did. Oh, are we like talking? Yes, I picked my own dress.
She did.
I do not have a stylist, but I should get one.
But after this book and all the success that she's gonna have, she's gonna hire a stylist.
Oh yeah, you think so? Yeah, maybe. Oh, the definition of marriage, boy. Well, legally, you enter into an agreement, but I think what the book really talks about is how to have a happy marriage. Commitment and being honest with each other and having someone you can tell things that you don't tell anybody else to and that you're honest about, and that you laugh together. That's the thing, because life throws you a lot. So if you can laugh together, that's what I believe in anyway. Well, it was more that I noticed that all of the couples that I really admire, all of the long-term couples that I really admire were people who laugh together. And I saw them and I saw, oh, they're laughing together. Here, my friend Patricia's just walking in. Hi! And I noticed that they were laughing together. And so I thought, well, that's what I really want for my life, is to go the distance and to have people laugh.
I think that this book will be very useful also for people who are single.
Yeah, maybe, sure. Because it's kind of a primer for what you need to, stay happily married and what matters and because there's so many interviews with long-term couples who have been married and are still happy, like Jerry Stiller, old-time comedian, was married 61 years to his wife, who passed recently, sadly. But there's a ton of Patricia Heaton, also married for like 23 years. So there's wonderful interviews in the book with people who are happily married. So that's also inspiring. If you don't know anything about marriage, it can be very helpful.
Well, thank you so much. My last thing is I would like to hear your Spanish.
My Spanish? ¿Por qué quiero que hablo español, señorita?
Porque suena muy bonito.
Oh, gracias.
A usted. Adiós.
Adiós. Por favor, llévate mi esposo. Por
Gracias.
favor. Rápido.
What is marriage?
Marriage is like having like a raw, uncut diamond in a tumbler, and marriage is the tumbler. And as the diamond hits the rough edges and bounces and gets knocked around, it starts sparkling and shining and becomes this beautiful gem. So you need all the knocking around and the fighting and the difficulties to grow and become a couple.
Or it's on the world's greatest roller coaster, thinking that you're actually driving. And you're not. You're completely at the mercy of the journey that you're on.
Well, my last thing, I want to hear your Spanish.
My Spanish? Bienvenidos aficionados del fútbol a México 86. Channel 41, Patterson, New Jersey. That's what I first said when I first came to the country, watching the World Cup on Channel 41 in New Jersey.
Hola, muchas gracias.
Adiós.
Adios, amigos.
The definition of marriage? I have a working definition of marriage, which is long moments of boredom, broken up by brief flashes of passion and intense terror. That's not true. I've been at this a long time. I don't know. It's happily ever after for me, with breaks for food and water.
How long have you been married?
I'm married 29 years, 30 years next year.
So how is it to be married
Not
with
the same person?
How is it to be married with somebody who is super busy like you? Like you work in the best shows in town, and how do you balance all your
Because
time?
I'm in show business, it hasn't always been very busy, and she's really good at saying, I'm sure you're going to get something. And I think that's by way of also saying, I spent a lot of money recently, please get something. So it's worked out. No, it's hard. And when I am busy, I'm working on a show now, and I don't see her for 3 weeks at a time because I'm on set all day, every day. So I eat every meal over a garbage can or a sink. So it's only on weekends. And this is going to sound so ridiculous. I do love my wife so much that when I do see her on Saturdays, I always say the same thing. I say, this is the best vacation I've ever had. And she always laughs. And I always feel like it is a vacation. Like the fact that I get to see her. I think 1 day a week is the key. If you can see your spouse 1 day a week, it's really awesome. That's how you hold a marriage together.
You just summarized the book for me.
I hope so. I don't know.
Well, my last thing, I would like to hear your Spanish.
Yo estoy tranquilo y contento y yo tengo mucho amor para mi esposa. Es la centro de mi mundo.
Es el centro de
El centro de mi mundo, sí.
Qué bonito.
Me siento mucho por mi español, porque es horrible.
No, todos te entendimos. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
I met Dani. I actually met Dani through Lew, because Dani knew Louie first, and then I met her through Louie, and then she came to a couple of my shows, and then I became friends with her that way.
What is the biggest challenge in a gay marriage if you guys are not on a period?
If we're not on our period, wow. We might be on the male equivalent of a period, and I don't have a name for it. I think guys in general do that, but you know what's bad for us is here's a good one. If one of us, if we wear the other one's jeans and we don't tell them, that's bad. That's a bad one. That's like you're getting dressed and you go out and you see each other for the first time and like, are those my jeans? Are you wearing my good jeans? And really, there's no such thing as good jeans. There's jeans. So that might be a thing. The definition of marriage, it's a collaboration, it's a dance, it's a fist fight sometimes, it's a love affair, it's everything. It's your whole life. It's, you know what it is? For better or for worse, as you say when you get married, there is nothing that you can do in your life that isn't going to affect that other person in some way. And that is, of everything I've probably said, that is probably the key to it, is you need to know that you affect another person by every single thing you do during the course of your day. And that's why it's a lot of responsibility. You know, I just heard this thing on the radio today that was talking about you have to, if you, like, people are taking less time for vacation and it's really affecting their marriages and stuff like that. And I think that's one of the things you have to do is that, and I definitely struggle with it, but I try to do a thing where when I come home at the end of the day, that's the end of the day. And I don't go back to my work. And if that means that the next night I have to come home at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, because I have to stay longer, then I stay longer. But even when I come home at 9 o'clock, that's the end of the day. Like, it's not 9 o'clock and then have a little something to eat and then go back to the work. Like, I am a big believer in stopping, because even creatively, you just have to recharge your batteries. And if you don't do that, I mean, I know other people don't, but that's the way I do it.
So you guys never watched The Third Rock together?
We watched 30 Rock. We lived it, so we don't have to watch it. We lived it. We were there trying to get it done. But we do watch it sometimes. You know, we just got Netflix, believe it or not, because we were living in a cave until now. And so we watch 30 Rock, and we watch Kimmy, and we watch all the shows that Tina does. And, you know, yeah.
Well, my last thing. I want to hear your Spanish.
Yo hablo un poco de español.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, Juan.
Muchas gracias,
Vanessa.
My definition of marriage is partnership. And it doesn't mean 50-50, because sometimes you do 99, because that's all you're capable of in that arena or at that time. And sometimes you need someone to carry you, you know? And so it's partnership, but most time you want it as equal as possible, you know? Taco.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, everybody, you hear it from the best. All these successful people gave us a great advice on marriage. So come on, do it. Take the risk. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You just don't forget, right? The bottom above. Follow me on Twitter and find me on Facebook. What the hell did she say? Interviews by Vanessa Lua. And look at these people. Everybody loves to be behind the selfie stick. Adios.
Adios.
Adios.